All right, well, listen, one of the things that I was thinking about, I just tweeted about this. AOL was up here this morning. Demand Media was here last night. You guys, you're doing this acquisition and integration. This is not all coincidence. Something is going on out there. One thing that appears to be going on is a bunch of very important companies and successful companies are kind of saying the thing that we need more of online is real volumes of quality content. So I guess that kind of opens up the question of how did you come to that conclusion? Because there's certainly a lot of stuff online. So what's the need for more? I mean, where does that kind of come down? Is it just that you want to rise to the top of search rankings more than you have been, and these guys have come up with a system for doing that? Or is it more that consumers are saying, we're trusting brands more than we're trusting other things, so we want to become better known? What's the underlying reality here?
I think from Yahoo's perspective, there's a lot of different things. One is, there's more and more people coming online. There's more people who have different modes of accessing the internet with mobile and video and all those things. And, there's really only so much content that Yahoo can create on its own. And so Tim Armstrong will talk about all the freelance editors that they're hiring. And one of the questions in the audience the other day was, well, how are you going to afford that? And for Yahoo, we're seeing demand from consumers. We're seeing where they're going across our sites, and they're going to the premium, really well-written, articulated, specific content. And then on the advertiser side, I think that the rise of social networking and social media has really drawn attention to the context in which their advertising runs. And so consumers care about brands, and they want their ads surrounded by premium quality content that consumers can trust. And I think, social media and social networking has exploded, but there is a big question for brands. What do I do? I know there's a lot of scale there, but is that the right place for my message? And I'm going to tiptoe in there, but what I really want is more branded content that I can rely on, that I know is professionally produced, so my message isn't at risk.
So I'm having a vision here. If I can figure this one out and articulate it, I want somebody to tweet this, okay?
Shane will do it.
Yeah. There she is. Oh, good. You will. I know you can summarize this. I'm getting this vision that what this is very much like is in the early days of newspapers when the press associations developed, the Associated Press, United Press International. There used to be actually, many of them. So in effect, Associated is the new age version of a UPI or an AP, or what AOL is trying to do by creating allianced versions of this, allianced ways of getting to content or demand. It's kind of a similar kind of thing. We're creating new forms of press associations?
It's the ultimate distributed workforce, if you take it that way. I mean, we have the ability, so through our assignment desk and the breadth of our community, we can pivot that and target content in any imaginable topic. You can get as grand as you want and do things like award season, but you can get as granular as you want and try to find out where's the best place to get your license renewed in Peoria, Illinois. And so the reality is people are looking for that, and that's what we found. So for associated content at the beginning was no one else was doing it. There was not a whole lot of content that was native to the web, and there was an audience, and no one was fulfilling that. And so no one could do it cost effectively, so we came in with math and science, and that's ultimately how we were built. And so we're trying to fill every vertical and every niche that anyone could possibly want.
Now, where is the real, the real source of competition? Is it the quality of the content, or is it the expertise of the search engine optimization engine that you've got?
It's probably a combination of everything. I think all of our competitors are, there's very nuanced differences in how we attack markets. I think one of the common misconceptions for us is that our content is algorithmically driven, and that's actually not the case. Our algorithms are applied when the content comes into our system. So we have an uncanny ability to say, all right, this piece of content was created. What is this worth to someone? And then we can make offers based on that analysis, as opposed to on the front end saying, I know someone's looking for this content, someone go write it. So we have those capabilities as well, but that's probably about a quarter of what we're doing as a program. The biggest difference, though, is so we're fully democratic, and we want people to write about what they're passionate about. So we have, the most diverse perspectives out on the web. So in terms of volume, our contributor base is a lot bigger than any of our other competitors out there. So that's one way we try to differentiate ourselves. And the other one is, again, are these really small, nuanced differences.
Is there, do you foresee yourself, for example, acquiring, a lot of the long tail sites are, one man, one woman sites, not much more than, some of them have built up enormous followings. Do you see yourself as net acquirers of long tail sites? Or is this really about individual authors, writers, journalists who haven't gotten to the point of site development yet?
Couldn't speak for Yahoo's Corp Dev group, but I think that would certainly be on the table for us. We're looking for the next rising star. We have different programs. We have a featured contributor program where we have the best of home entertainment, the best of our home improvement, the best of beauty and fashion, and we also have guest contributors, so people who are the next rising stars. So we're not really looking for Bob Vila to come and produce content for us. We want the next Bob Vila. And so if that could happen through acquisition of small blogs, well, no, I think it's something that we would definitely be open to.
So you could imagine...
You have to get a spending account.
Yeah, but you can imagine then an associated content or your competitors, in effect, almost creating levels, like farm teams that then end up kind of evolving into larger, more established, more full operations.
Yeah, I think that's right, and that's the approach we've tried to take, and I think having the resources of Yahoo and the audience of Yahoo is really going to help us augment that.
Great.